All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of this ain't technically Jermaine Morgan TV no more. I guess I gotta stop saying that. But welcome back. We're gonna jump into this ear training series today, and just to kind of set this video up. Have you ever been listening to, which I'm sure we all have, listening to a video or something? You know, you scroll through your phone and you see a crazy band on there just smashing, and then they break the music, and it's like, in our case, let's say the bass player go for blood, play some crazy lick, everybody go crazy, then they get back in the groove of the song, and the song is like, ooh. You know, we've all seen that moment. Have you ever seen that and wished, like, in your head, like, man, I wish I could have a moment like that, like, I wish, or had you had a moment like that and you bummed it, and then you're just like, man, like, I suck, and then you're saying all that crazy stuff that you normally say to yourself when you don't, you missed the moment or whatever. Well, in this video, what I want to do, or in this live training session, I want to dig in and, like, let's figure out how we can own those moments when they come up, because you know they're random, they're spontaneous, and it happens. I've had tons of them. It happens, and you just got to be prepared for it. So how do we prepare for that? So in this ear training session, we're going to dig into that and figure out how we prepare for those moments. And be sure you hang around all the way to the end, because in this backing track that I'm doing, there's a couple of licks in it. I'm going to show you how to play these licks. One of them are crazy, but I'm going to show you how to play. Well, I guess both of them crazy, depending on your perception of it. I'm going to show you how to play both of them, so be sure to hang around all the way to the end. So let's jump right into this. So this backing track that I'm going to be using, I actually linked this track already in the description. I will put I will pin it in the comments as well, and that way you can go back and jam to it. It's called Sunday Uplift Bass Jam Track. All right, and so it's kind of built off a D major groove going between the 2 and the 6. So here it is right here in context. I'm gonna show y'all how to play that lick at the end. And then here's the break right here that we hear. All right, that's the whole groove. So it's going back and forth between the 2 and the 6. And if I ain't said it already, get your bass out. Don't just spectate. If you're going down the road, you got to pull over and get your bass out and just jam with me on side the road, you know. So anyway, all seriousness though, if you are able to get your bass out, play with me, because y'all know, if you're new to this series that I've been doing, the Jam With Me series, well, at some point, we're going to start back and forth trading off. I try not to over teach in these videos. I do have some more videos that we're going to be actually teaching specific things, but I try not to over teach in these jam sessions, because I want you to train your ear. I want you to hear it. I want you to get it. And if you're being helped by these this little series that I've been doing, if you've been helped by the videos so far, let me know in the comments. Like I said, this is new for me that I'm doing. I'm enjoying it, but it's different. It's completely different, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting a lot out of it. So let me know in the comments if you've already been enjoying these videos. It doesn't matter if you're watching the replay. Yes, we're live now, but if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments that you've been enjoying these sessions. All right, so let's jump right into this. You know, we're again going between that 2 and that 6, so E minor to B minor. So, you know, to the 6, that's literally all we're doing, and I'm just grooving around that. So I'm just gonna jump in and just start playing. All right, here we go. And so that's that drum break that we're doing. So let's go ahead and get that line since we're here. Yeah. So it's built off of that 6. It's built over the 6. we're using it to get back into two. So since I'm already here, I'm gonna play it really slow and make sure you got it, and we're gonna keep moving. So that's the whole lick. I'm gonna do a little slower. 1, 2, 3. Right, so in time, let me slow it down again. All right, up to speed. And so again, go back and use that replay on that lick to make sure you got it. I played it a couple of times slow, so we should be good there. So here's where it happens though, because I want to make sure you have it when it happens. So that's it. Happens right there. I ain't played this track in years. All right, so it happens fast. And so we have to, one of the things I normally do is like keep going over that to get it up under my hands. Like I literally, the way I do these sessions when we come live, I find a track that either one that I've recently created or one that I created a while back that I feel like it'll be good. And I try not to overthink it. I'm like, we gonna do this real time, so y'all gonna hear me flub through it real time. But, well, not because I want to flub, but because I want it to be as organic as possible, because I want you to be able to kind of get into my headspace for your understanding, because it's ear training. That's what we're doing. We're going back and we're listening to what's happening there to make sure we got it. So again, and I'll take something like that. It don't feel right. It's starting to feel better. So we go. And then it gets back to that 6. So normally when I'm listening to songs, I'm listening for all that detail, and I'll go back, like if I'm playing with the record and that kind of thing, I'll go back, listen to make sure I got it, just kind of clean. Okay, well, they're doing that. Or like at first when I got into the track, I just played. I was just doing that, but the more I listened, I found out, okay, they're doing like that little thing there. I can do it, or I can go. And so now I'm listening for all that detail to figure out, okay, how do I need to move around this? And so I'll, kind of go in and out. So. So I'm paying attention to all of that stuff, where it happens, how it feels, and the more that I'm doing it, like with the repetition, I want to clean it every time and lock into it. So let's go back, put it in context. And notice on the actual recording, I'm playing thump. So Like if you wanted to thump it out, you can do that as well. I didn't have my bass set for all right, so that's an option as well. All right, so let's get into it. Hopefully you guys got all of that. I'm gonna play fingerstyle. All right, and so now what we do in practice time, we work out that kind of stuff. And what I'm looking for, and all of this is going to, in terms of being able to execute whatever lick moment that you have, it's in your practice time that you find where your weak areas are. Like for me, all right, this motion that I'm doing is not one that I'm used to playing lately, because normally I would play like, because I have more of a sliding motion that I like. That's more comfortable for me to play that particular line. But for the sake of this video, I didn't want to go to the most comfortable one. I want to go to the one that I'm not as used to, because I want to work through that. Even though there's a lot of movement across the fretboard, I'm more comfortable with the sliding instead of the, you know. And the other reason why I like the sliding across the fretboard, in terms, for me, I like the sound that I get that feels more singing than technical, in terms of the way that it feels very staccato. And sometimes when I can do way more sliding, easier, comfortable for me. So these are some types of things that I'm analyzing when I'm going back and forth listening to this. And so as I do this and I get all these different options of playing up under my hands and get more and more confident with what it is I'm playing, that it makes it that much more easier when I'm having to execute it out in front of somebody. So and it's because you didn't put a lot of time in. So one of the things we can do, we can create little exercises and stuff over the groove, over like just that groove, taking that little motion and just doing that motion alone gives us, number one, more ideas of things we can do. So here's the point I'm making with that. I ain't gonna just focus, and I know it's bad grammar, but I ain't gonna just focus on that one lick. I'm gonna focus on a whole bunch of stuff and just get my hands used to doing a whole bunch of things that feel like that same type of rhythm. That way when I'm in that position, I don't have just one thing to pull from. I have multiple things that I can use in that moment. So I'll just take this. I've got to lick now. I gotta hear it again. So that's what it is. So that little move, instead of going, it's not doing that. It's going. That's the motion that feels awkward to me, coming down that particular way. So I want to dial in on those different types of motions. And then work on also not letting those strings ring. And it's like each time I'm doing this, and again, I got to give y'all the truth. I'm not that comfortable with doing this in front of a camera, but I think for your learning and for you improving and being able to see, the process, like even like if I can get on here and do a video that's very, very polished because I've worked through all of these kinks and I can present it to you and it's like, oh yeah, okay, I want to do that. But this is the background stuff that goes behind the scenes in it. And I think this is more valuable for you to see in terms of knowing, okay, what's the process? Because like I said, I ain't played this. When did I put this track out? 5 years ago. So I haven't played this in 5 years other than pulling it up today. I'm like, oh, okay, let's do that. So this motion, I'm not like, I've kind of moved away from that in my arsenal. I can still play it, obviously, but I've moved away from this motion, so it's not as comfortable to me. So even with some of your go-to things that you have in your arsenal, you might have to go and dust them off, find different ways to play it. So if I've been used to doing it now, as much as I like playing it that way, I'm noticing some things as I assess it. Like, that's a lot of ground to cover in that period of time. So that can leave a lot of room for me not to play that as fast as I possibly could. So even though I'm not necessarily liking the feel, even though I'm not liking that descending feel of that, that's going to ultimately, because I got other lines I play that's similar, that I can play really fast because it's close together in that little space, and it's going to help me to be able to execute a lot faster once I really get that up under my hands. Same thing for you. Once you really get it under your hands in that little space right there within that block, because nothing really has to shift. But when I'm shifting from here to here, I can do it fast, but it's going to slow me down just a bit. So that's just a tip if you're working on things like with speed and stuff like that. Now you can fake it off live and that kind of stuff. Like you can fake it off and slur some of the notes and that kind of thing. But if you want, I can't remember what I was doing. I don't know why that rhythm is tripping me up, but that's the thing. If we can focus in on that and like really dial in. So what I would do if I weren't on camera, I would just literally slow that down. 2, 3, 4, and I'll stay here for a while. 2, 3, and then gradually I'll speed it up. And I'm paying attention to what feels sloppy. And I'm trying to improve it every time. And I'm not just trying to get in the habit of just speeding by stuff. Just, oh, that's close enough. Like, nah, we want to break that habit. And the more you practice, I heard one of my old music theory teachers back in the day, he said, practice doesn't make perfect, or something like that. He said practice makes perfection. Like almost in a sense, what he was trying to say was the more you do it, the more you perfect that thing. Over time, it's like you're never going to really get it perfect. I don't think. That's my opinion. Y'all could disagree. But I think you're going to get closer and closer to making it better and better the more you do it. So keep working on that thing. It might, to somebody else, it might sound perfect. Here's why I say, let me make sure I clean it up. Here's why I say you're never going to get it perfect. Because the better you get, the more your ears improve. It's like this never ending dog chasing its tail type thing. You think it's there, and then your ears just improve with your ability, so you're hearing something else. Oh, I can fix this. Now the person listening on the outside, man, that was perfect. The first time you did it, it's like, because your ears keep improving. It's like, I can do that. I can do it better than that. So this is more, somebody asked what's that progression, and you kind of descending with like a major 9. I'm sorry, like a minor 9, and then like I was playing it off of the major 7. Like if we're playing the key of D major, I'm saying one thing and thinking another. All right, so going back to the 2, we're in the key of D major, and so, and when I was saying that minor 9, we was building off that B minor. All right, so let's move on with this because I got to get out of this. I told you guys I was going to show you that lick at the very end. So to get out of this video, I'm going to go back to what I played at the beginning and show you how to do that. So here it is at the beginning of this jam track. So that right there. It's just a major pentatonic that I play really fast. All right, I'm just gonna slow it down so you can hear what it is. I'm not gonna do all of the breakdown and technicalities of it. I want you to use your ears. So this is gonna be, I'll tell you this, it starts on the 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Right? I just played it up an octave. And then I went back to the 2. So slow. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Two. I'm gonna play it down an octave. 3 and 4 and 1. And you can do that to get to the 1, 2. You can use it to get to the 6. Right? So the way I'm sliding on that 5. Just add a little bit more color to it. It's like a lot of triplets. I like it getting better to getting back to the 6. It feels better to me to go to the 6 with it. And you don't only have to do this over that B minor. You can do that in the key of getting to, like if we're trying to do it to get to that E minor. Right? So it's built off the relative major. So if you're in the key of, like if you're playing an E minor, bass player's favorite key, if you're playing in that E minor groove, you can play off of the G major, that major pentatonic. Gotta clean it up. So whatever fingering works the best for you. I typically tend to move that pointer finger, but if it works better for you to do middle, and I already have that pointer finger there to catch that 3. That's just a lick that you can add for your moment when they break the music. Boom, boom. Ah. And you can play some variation of that. You don't have to play that particular lick, but that's the lick that I played. But I played it in. It wasn't that clean on the recording, so I ain't even tripping about it. But here it is. So let's get through this. We're gonna trade off, and we're gonna be out of this video. All right. Remember the lick that we did at the beginning? Here we go. Line. Let's do it one more and then you take it. Line. You. Line. Ah. Don't miss your moment. Like I keep doing. Take it. And we're not just playing for the sake of just playing. We're listening each and every time we do it, hearing what we can improve, go back, improve it the next time. Play the line right here. You take it again. What can we improve? Make sure that groove is sitting right in there, just right. Play with the groove. Line coming up. Rock out. I'm just playing around. I'm just experimenting. I might play a different line when the break comes up or not. Okay, I got what I'm gonna do. And so essentially what we do with that, and man, y'all done heard me flub all over this video, so you better comment something. so the idea of what we do, and this is, again, I love these sessions and I simultaneously hate them at the same time, because the hate part, and I'm being facetious when I say I hate it, but you get to see the vulnerability of going through all of this stuff and going through the real of like, okay, that didn't sound great, because I don't like y'all to hear me not sounding great. I don't think anybody does, but I think that's the vulnerability part of you being able to hear it in real time and understand, okay, now you got to really work through this stuff. And normally when I would post videos online, I would really practice and make sure that I got it before I come and present it online, because that's the YouTube age of old was the polish culture. You want everything polished. You want to put your best foot forward, which I'm still putting my best foot forward here, but I'm putting myself at a disadvantage because I'm not over preparing for these particular sessions in hopes that the transparency of not being prepared, in a sense of not that I don't know what to teach, but like I don't really know what I'm pulling out. I'm having to like go over it real time and present it to you guys, and you're hearing me work through all of the hiccups and stuff like that. That's what I mean by not being prepared, in the sense of I want to be as authentic, because here's the reason for me. Oftentimes when you're at a certain level of playing, you can get removed from the struggle part of what you used to struggle with and that kind of thing. And so when you're teaching someone, it's like, for lack of better words, it can be from this condescending position where I'm looking down at where a person is, but not condescending in a negative sense, but I'm trying to help you up. I'm looking down just so I can pull you up. Well, when I pull out something that I ain't even that confident with, it's not from a up here place, it's from line that wouldn't do. No, we're on the same thing. So let me show you how I'm going to work through this to get out of it, so you will know what to do when you're in these moments to get out, if that makes sense. So that's the point of these live ear training sessions, so you guys can get the real, and you'll know what to do in your own practice time when I'm gone, when your favorite bass player that you watch and learn from is gone and they're not there to help you. You know exactly what to do, and you know how to get the results, and ultimately you know how to unlock your sound. So anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, if it was helpful. Be sure to leave something in the comments. What was your favorite part of this video? What was the favorite tip? And as we're moving forward in these ear training sessions, what are some of the things you'd like for me to lean into in terms of the things I teach that you might be struggling with? Be sure to drop that in the comments so I'll know moving forward, okay, these are some trouble spots for the bass community that are watching me, so I can kind of lean into that in some of these videos. We can pull out some stuff and I can embarrass myself a little bit more online for your sake. So anyway, thank you all for joining. I see you in the comments, and I appreciate you. Melvin, Shades Productions, who else is watching live? A couple of you guys, and I see a few people coming. So, but anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna be out of here, but we got more content coming out this week, so be sure you stay tuned. If you don't have my bell notifications turned on already, be sure and do that. If you want more content where I'm actually teaching you how to do step by step some of this stuff that I'm playing, be sure to head over to JermaineMorgan.net. I have tons of courses available there to help you in your bass journey wherever you are. If this stuff is a little too advanced for you, I got some stuff there to help you to get to this point where we can kind of keep moving with the ear training piece. All right, thank you all so much. I'm out. Peace.